Why does anyone buy anything from you online? Why do they engage with your brand at all? Like, comment, share? The answer may surprise you. And be sure to stick around to the end because I'm gonna show you a hack that I use all the time to come up with story ideas for your organic social content that are linked to empathy by design. The real reason that anyone buys from you has very little to do with you and everything to do with them. The real reason is empathy, feeling in others what you have felt yourself. And what's fascinating is we are actually biologically wired for this. There are these things in us called mirror neurons, which are actually programmed to signal us when we have that emotional identification outside of ourselves. This is part of our human experience, and optimizing our content for it can be so powerful. And I'm going to show you 3 ways to inject this into your advertising and your social content using the power of video. But first, what is empathy and why does it matter? That emotional identification is crucial because when people see their problems being solved, they can start to grab onto them emotionally. So if people think that they're going to be getting value out of a piece of content, then they will click into that piece of content. But if you don't make it clear in the headline, the first few seconds of the video, there will be no empathy. And if there's no empathy, you will not get that click. You have to earn every single click. And you don't earn it by being awesome or talking about how awesome you are. You earn it by making an emotional connection with the viewer, potential buyer, potential customer. So what does this actually mean inside of your content? How do you spur empathy so that people buy more, people engage with you more? 3 ways here. Number 1, focus less on features and benefits and more on pain points. The first thing that you should do when you approach marketing for any brand is go through and map out the persona. Go through and see who these people are that engage with you or buy your product, and then talk about who they are and what they care about. Just make a big list of what they care about and what keeps them up at night. What are their pain points? And not just what their pain points are in relation to your product. People have a lot more going on in their lives than just the problem that your product solves. We need to bust open a wide view of what our customers care about in their lives. And once we understand their pain points, we can start to empathetically give them value on those. So if you're selling a product or service, don't talk about just how awesome you are or the amazing features that you have. Start by talking about what their problems are and what their feelings are about those problems and how they impact their lives. You have no idea how powerful this can be in your marketing. The second is putting humans in your ads and your social content. You've got to use human beings to get that empathy spurring. By just seeing humans in other situations like we would be in, we automatically feel an identification there. And then we can start to see ourselves in these situations. So for example, take a physical product. If you're just showing me a product shot, all you're doing is focusing on your features and benefits. But if you're showing humans using it, how they use it, talking about using it, then we can actually start to feel empathy. Remember, everything that we're talking about here with empathy is actually very subconscious. We don't think to ourselves, hey, I'm empathizing right now. That's not how it works. You have to send subconscious signals that this is content that understands you. Putting humans in your content is crucial. Don't just focus on product shots and B-roll of your office. We really want to drill down here on the humans behind the scenes. And the third tip is to respect the customer journey. We often talk about advertising funnels. We have people that don't know our brand, and then we start retargeting them and turning them into buyers in the sales funnel. But what we forget is that the empathetic journey is the journey to the end of the buying process. If they don't know you at all, you have to speak to them empathetically in a way that they will resonate with, meaning talking about them first, putting their pain first. And then as they get closer to the end of the sales cycle, you start again putting empathy first. And then respecting where they are at the bottom of the funnel. When they've known about your brand for a while and you just need to tip them over to the edge, you want to have humans talking about how great you are. And by seeing humans in this content, it will make them more likely to become customers and be part of that community. We really want that sense of belonging. Now, you probably want to know what stories to create out of all of this. How do you create stories that are empathetic? Here's a quick little hack. If you have access to a Google Ads Manager, which we all can for free, you can go into the Google Keyword Planner and then look at what people are searching for around it, and you will see people starving for value. And when you start seeing what value they want, you can create solutions to those problems. Turn those Google search phrases into headlines. So if people are looking how to do X, make a headline that says how to do X quickly and easily in 10 minutes or something like that. So you can actually solve those problems, and what you will have done is made an empathetic connection without having to think about it. When you use this hack, you will find that you are actually building empathetic story angles on autopilot. It's extremely powerful. Now, if you want to know how to do this in your video regularly, check out my video here on the hero system. And if you want to know how to come up with endless story ideas using tactics similar to what I just showed you with the Google hack, click on this video over here. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in those videos.